If you love wine and jazz, then Keystone is the place to be this weekend. It is time for the annual Wine and Jazz Festival. And Scott Thomas from the Grand Vin Company is here to tell us more about this. Thanks so much for coming in. This beautiful display here. So tell us about this festival this weekend, what people can expect.
Sure. It's Saturday and Sunday from 1 to 5 each day. There is a grand tasting that includes over 300 wines from around the world, so you can experience a lot of different varieties and styles of wine. Jazz, there's over 8 jazz bands that go out throughout the event, and there are 4 seminars as well, both Saturday and Sunday, 2 each day, that highlight and educate consumers.
Okay, so you have one sort of set up for us here. Now, I love to drink wine, but I do not have an education. So what kind of things could I learn in one of your seminars?
Sure. Well, there's 4 different seminars. Really, the first seminar is about Pinot Noir specifically, so if you love Pinot, you can learn about that. There is the godfather of Zinfandel. It will be in attendance as well. I mean, you can learn all about our native grape variety, I guess, is Zinfandel, Prosecco, and pancakes. And then this one specifically is the one that I'm hosting, is a blind tasting, so you can learn a lot of different things from wines across the world. So I can't reveal too much because it is blind. I can tell you that 8 countries are kind of going to compete head-to-head, more in like a format of like a bracket system, if you will.
Okay.
In the vein of what's happening in Rio this summer.
Oh,
so
fun.
Each country is bringing their own, the beloved variety or region that it represents.
And then how do you move on? Is it based on what you like the taste of the most, or if you guess correctly where it's from?
No, it's a popular vote.
Okay.
So all the attendees get to raise their hand. I like this one. I like number 1 more, number 2, and then the wines advance that way. So it is a popular vote kind of a seminar.
Okay, so what are we choosing from here? Do we just taste one and then?
Yes, so these are your 2. So maybe try this one first.
Okay. And then what do I have to just say? Which one I like the best?
Yeah, let's try it. Notice in this one, there's a tremendous amount of fruit up front, a lot of boysenberry, blackberry. It's just very silky on the palate.
And what kind is this? Can you tell me or no?
I'll tell you in a second.
Okay. Oh, am I supposed to swirl?
You can sip, swirl.
Okay, swirl.
Spit, enjoy.
Do I look fancy? Huh, yeah, that tastes pretty different.
Totally different. Notice how this one is tremendously dry.
Yes.
In the center of the palate. The fruit maybe is not as ripe. There's a lot of kind of earthy, gravelly tones, if you will.
I'd go with the fruity one.
Yeah, great.
That would be my choice.
Well, that is a New World wine from Napa Valley, and that is a common characteristic of wines from the New World, and that term is used for any wine outside of Europe. Generally rich in fruit, kind of big in body, but juicy. And then the Old World wine is Bordeaux, Chateau Greysac. And those wines from Europe generally have this very, very dry kind of palate. Fruit is not as ripe or pronounced.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. I think this is such a great idea because so many of us, you know, you want to be able to be educated when you choose a wine at a restaurant. So sounds like fun. Thanks so much for coming in.
My pleasure. Thank you.
And if you would like to get some tickets to the festival in Keystone this weekend, they're available. That is Saturday and Sunday. Back over to you. I know you're jealous over there.
A little bit, but my favorite flavor, of course, is when you get a little bit of that boysenberry in the hood.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
Boysenberry in the hood?
Yeah.